Hi, this is Richard C. I'm a math tutor here at Wyzant answering a question submitted by a student. This question has to do with the half angle formulas. This is something that you would see in pre-calculus or maybe in combination with the Honors Algebra 2 class. The equation we need for today, or the identity that we need for today, is this one, which is just that the sine of x over 2 is equal to plus or minus the square root of 1 minus the cosine of x divided by 2. So let's take a look at this particular problem, and then we'll apply this law that I put in red. So you should try to memorize things that I put in red, because this is the sort of thing that the teacher will expect you to know. Sometimes the teacher will give you these formulas on the test. Sometimes, like in honors, they'll expect you to have memorized these formulas. Let's take a look at the angle t. We're told that t is between 0 and pi over 2. So here's 0, here's pi over 2. We know that t lies in either the first or second quadrant, but we're told that the cosine is a third. Well, that means it has to be in the first quadrant. In the second quadrant, cosine is negative. So here's our angle t, and here's our right triangle, and this is going to be 1 over 3, adjacent over hypotenuse, coming from SOHCAHTOA. So let's get this side here, and that's going to be from Pythagorean theorem. So this is going to be the square root of 3 squared minus 1 squared. So it's going to be the square root of 8, which is 2 rad 2. So let's put that in there. Okay, so now we're all set and ready to go. So now we can say that the sine of t over 2 is going to be plus or minus the square root 1 minus the cosine of t. The cosine of t is going to be, well, we've been given that. That's 1/3 all over 2. So let's just plug that in. Okay, so now we just have to simplify this radical here. So this is going to be 2/3 over 2. And let's just keep going here. Plus or minus square root of 2 over 6. So it's going to be plus or minus square root of 1/3. And most people are going to write this as 1 over the square root of 3. And we're going to take the positive square root because the sign is positive in the first quadrant. So that's how we know whether to use the positive or negative square root. So that's the first part. And you can see it's just a very simple application of the formula. And now for the other part of it, we'll find the cosecant of t over 2. And that's just going to be 1 over the sine of t over 2. You're expected to know that cosecant is the reciprocal of the sine. So this is just going to be square root of 3 over 1, or the square root of 3. So, nice, easy problem if you know the formula. The only tricky part I think here would be just figuring out what sign to use. And for that, I think the diagram really helps. Just helps, keeps everything straight. Okay, so that's it for today. I think that problem is done. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.